Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Faye Dusk. I hope you're all doing well, and sorry, my incense making me cough. And I was just doing a video, more sort of, you can see I'm standing on my bed, like on my altar, more as a follow-up to, I felt like I had to do this video, because the video I posted the other day on my new Back to Basics series on altar setups, I definitely 100%, I know I went into like a bit of a rant, like I totally like agree with everything that I said in that video, but I felt that I needed to sort of do another one to sort of say at the same time on the other foot of things. Well, for those of you, probably a good idea, for those of you who didn't watch my video, what I was basically saying in the video was that how a lot of witches and pagans and that do spellcraft, especially when they first start out, they can get very sort of caught up in having really elaborate tools and expensive candles and altar cloths and aphimes and all sorts, and sometimes it can be distracting and detract from the magic that you're trying to create, if that makes sense. And I went on, and I did go on in length about it, and I definitely agree 110% with everything I said, but when I was thinking about it on the other side of things, I feel that sometimes having all these tools and figurines and statues and all these things, it can help you focus and connect like to the goddess and your specific deities and stuff easier. Sometimes it's that representation that helps you to sort of get there, if that makes sense, in sort of getting that right mental frame of mind. So I know that's sort of like a contradiction, but I believe in both. So basically, I believe both points of view are very valid. That's why I used my original altar and lit everything. Well, I didn't light loads of candles. Can't really see it. It's so weird on this camera, like trying to get the angle right. I've lit a couple of candles, as you can see, and my incense. I won't go over everything that I've got on my altar because it was the very first video that I did and it would take a while to do. But yeah, my altar personally doesn't it doesn't change with the Sabbats and the seasons. I know some people have seasonal altars or altars for specific deities or for different Sabbats, and I know there's quite a lot of videos on YouTube at the moment of altars for Samhain. But I personally, I don't know, I just never have in my practice. I don't know, I just don't. I observe the Sabbats. I just personally don't feel the need to change my altar according to each Sabbat. You can't really see very well, but behind my spider web, try and move this. Oh, scary. Yeah, behind my spider web, behind the hanging witch, and my little Chinese girl, you should be able to see behind my goddess representation, Wheel of the Year. And I do have a Wheel of the Year up, and I do obviously observe all the Sabbats. But yeah, I just don't personally, there's nothing wrong with it, it's just I just don't personally feel the need to change my altar according to Sabbats. As you can tell, I'm very, very, very Wiccan, as my altar has lots of fairy representations, as you can probably see. Little witch as well. And this is my fairy wishes vial that my sister bought me off a holiday in Devon. So I've put that on my altar and wrote on the scroll. And yeah, I mean, I have to be careful with when I light stuff on my altar, only for the reason of, because I have things hanging from my shelf above my altar. So I have like my witch and dream catchers and stuff. Like the candles can actually burn. I mean, I've singed in the past on one of my dream catchers. See if you can see that brown there on the feather. I've singed it by accident. And that was basically just from candles and from the smoke from the candles. So I have to be careful. My altar is very eclectic. I mean, I don't have any. Yeah, it's very eclectic. I have a representation pentagram and the 4 elements, the goddess, God. I did have a god representation. I think I chucked it because I didn't like it. But yeah, I usually have the goddess representation. I've got my fairy representations as well. And just other little butterflies as well and other little bits. But I don't have, my altar's not facing a certain direction. I don't have the 4 elements in their corresponding directions. Just like I've got a few crystals on there, but I don't have the crystals for the corresponding elements, if that makes sense. It's very eclectic. My altar is just basically, it's set up randomly, really. It just works for me. I mean, this probably wouldn't work for everyone, but it works for me, and you've got to do what works for you, really. But yeah, I mean, I love my altar, and it's been on this shelf for years now. But as you can probably see when I keep moving the camera, I'm actually stood on my bed because it's above my bed, so I have to stand on my bed to do any sort of spell work like this, which is a bit of a pain, really. But at the time when I created this altar years ago, this was the only space that I had available. And now I could change it. Maybe I should. I mean, I've said in a previous video that I'm going to change it because I have been contemplating changing my altar. But I don't know. So I don't know. It's because it's what I'm used to, and I love the quirkiness of my altar, and I like things. Some would say it's cluttered, but I love having loads of little trinkets and things, and they all have a special meaning, and they all mean something to me. I'm trying to angle this camera so you can see that's my top bookshelf. Some fiction books, and there's loads of pagan books all mixed up in that. Butterfly hanging from my top shelf, spider's web, and a few other things. And then it's my altar. I was trying to do it so you could see the whole thing. Yeah, you probably can just about see the whole thing. I'm going to fall off the bed if I lean back anymore. But yeah, this was just like a random video, really, because I felt when I did the video, I felt strongly about it when I was making the video, and then I put it on, and then I had to think about it, and I thought, I don't want to have that out there as like my only message, or like on the topic, if that makes sense. And especially if not many people watch my videos, but if anyone new to, especially anyone new to the craft who doesn't really know very much, stumbled across my videos, I mean, it's a very valid message and a valid point, but that's not the only thing I'd want them to take away and think set in stone, think that I must only have, I don't know, a little tub of salt for earth, like a little vial of water for water, and incense for air, and candles for fire, and a pentagram, and that's it. Because I was sort of meaning more for spells when you need to do, basically what I meant, and I'm getting all tongue-tied now, is I meant that in for that your altar and your magic. Your magic in your power is within you. You don't need all tools and everything to be able to be a witch or perform your craft effectively. It just helps to focus and visualise. So what I meant was, because I know there's been times in the past when I've put off doing magical workings and things because it hasn't been the right moon phase, or I haven't had the right ingredients, or whatever, or there's been like a million different reasons, and I wanted to put out there that you don't need, that if you need to practice, that you don't have to have everything perfect to practice, if that makes sense. So basically that was the message I was trying to put out there. So now hopefully, I mean this video is 10 minutes of me rambling, hopefully I've cleared that up and showed you my altar. But anyway, I'm going to be posting up a few more videos, so I shall see you all soon. So lots of love and an extra big heap of fairy dust. Mwah.